G'day folks, this is Sim and welcome back to 7 Days to Die. It's day 7. We've just had a plane drop a loot crate. I've got a rough idea of where it is, and in normal circumstances I would have probably headed for it as soon as I saw the drop, because it's easier to track the smoke if you can, but unfortunately we needed the antibiotics to cure our illness, and we need the we probably need to get some food into us quickly, because otherwise we're going to be in a really bad way. So sorry, somebody just made me chuckle. So just quickly, what we will do is we will grab a couple of these, we'll grab the grill, and we'll throw them back into this fire, and I'm not going to be fussy about cooking times right now. I'm just going to cook that up, throw that beaker away, same with the glass jars, and I am actually a little bit injured, so I'm going to eat those painkillers. And that's one done. Come on, give us the next one. I'm rapidly running out of time here, so I really am pushing my luck. I should have headed out literally as soon as that plane dropped, so this could get interesting as it gets closer to dark. Okay, so that's not a bad dose of food. Right, we're healing at the moment with the antibiotics, and you'll see the marker that I've placed there. So we need to head this way, and we need to hope that I got this marker about right. Now, one thing that I do want to do is suck down some beer. Oh, and it's not going to let me until my thirst has gone down a little bit. Give me a sec, hang on. Alright, so we've got to try and keep our line about right. And if you remember from the last episode, I said that it was lined up approximately on the... Oh, don't go down there. The first arrow to the right of the south, which is this way over here. And the problem is that every time we move offline, we throw that angle out, which makes it a little bit harder. Now, I still can't drink, so we're just going to have to keep hoping we get this right. Now, if we turn around, then we've got an almost direct opposite on the road back, so see how we go here. Oh, there it is. Awesome. It came down in the middle of a huge lake, so it's visible. If it was hidden amongst the trees, we would have had problems. And it's actually not that far away. So that was pretty good. Let's see if we can get out to it. Looks like we will be able to get back before it gets dark. Okay. Stamina is still pretty crappy. Now, you can drown underwater. There is an O2 warning in the bottom left hand corner, but it doesn't actually give an indication of when you're going to run out of air, or if it does, I've never been under long enough to find out, and I'm not really in the mood to suicide just yet to see. So let's just keep going. Now, this crate could be awesome, or it could be a massive disappointment. We'll find out soon enough. But some of the best and rarest loots in the game come out of these crates. My hydration still hasn't gone down after all of this time. Yes, I know it's a long swim, but you're young and you're fit and you're healthy, so you'll be just fine. And here we go. Now, normally the parachutes disappear, but if it comes down on water like this, Oh, that is awesome. So we've got a schematic, we've got some antibiotics, we've got 3 first aid kits, painkillers, and the Enforcer magazine. Let's get up before we drown. Let's get over onto the shore. Let's clear a little bit of space around us. Still too deep? Yep, I'm going to have to get close to the shore to do this. Alright, so let's hunker down. Let's take this guy out. He's spotted us anyway. Can't shoot straight. I think that's a nurse over there. There's 2 nurses. We might... Hey, girls. Do you see me? Come over here, please. Hey, you too. That's a good girl. Never pass up a nurse if you get the chance. Okay, that's close enough. And thank you. Anything good? Nope. I'm going to get trolled by nurses again, aren't I? Oh, that's not too bad. The blood bag and the simple bandage. Now, the blood bags, just so you know for future reference, if we have a look at a blood bag, they're used in combination with a bandage and some grain alcohol, which we often get from nurses as well, to make a first aid kit. The blood bags themselves you can actually make with a blood draw kit, which is a rare drop. It allows you to take some of your own blood to make up a blood bag. So you can actually make your own repair kits. In fact, the grain alcohol itself can be made. If we actually do that now, I'll show you. Grain, it's not going to come up here. There is a recipe for the grain alcohol which will allow you to actually make it, but it looks like at the moment it's only showing up on the wiki. So now we've got an issue with time. However, now I've got a little bit of a drop in my hydration. I can drink down that beer, and that beer is going to give me a beer buzz, which means that I will be able to run. And not only can I run, there is more food. Oh, okay, I hit him, but I obviously wasn't classed as crouched. But as you see, he just bled out, so that's not too bad. Let's get this quickly before we lose our beer buzz. Alright, we got 5 this time, and more animal hides, which is great. Now those carcasses, they add to the heat signature. So if you're hunting close by to your base, you're much more likely to leave a heat signature that's going to attract zombies. So you really want to destroy the carcasses when you get the opportunity. Now it's 7:30 now. Is that a nurse? No, but that one down there is. Another blood bag. I would have preferred something else, but I won't be fussy. And we've got our markers to head back home, so we got lucky here. We're going to have to go around. I think we're going to go this way. We've probably got about half an hour to an hour at most before it gets dark enough that they speed up. So the beer buzz has just run off. Our stamina though is pretty high right now. One thing I will warn you about: be careful when you're running, because it is very easy to run off the side of a cliff. And you run off a cliff, you will break your leg. There's a very high chance of that happening. And then you're going to be slowed. You won't be able to run at all until you splint it. And it takes a couple of days for that wound to actually heal as well. Alright, we're almost home. We're just going to beat the sun. Whoop, okay. And stamina's just given out. We stink. Just let it build up a little bit more, and then we will run this last little stretch. And we will get upstairs and hunker down, and we are hunted, so we need to get this out of here fast. Okay, alright, so let's sort a few of these bits and pieces out. And what I think I will do is I will wait out the night. I'll jump back in if things get interesting, because we haven't had any serious problems with the horde yet, but I suspect that that's not going to be too far away. I probably should be smart and seal up this access point. It won't stop the spider zombies, but it will stop everything else. And I'll meet you guys again when the sun comes up, and we will work out where we're going to go from here, and we will have a look at that magazine and that blueprint that we picked up from the... In fact, let's do it now while we're waiting for the sun to come up, so that I've got more time during the daylight. How about that, hey? So we have got an iron glove schematic and an enforcer magazine. And an enforcer magazine. Now, the iron glove schematic basically shows us how to craft iron gloves, which is one of the best defensive pieces of armor in the game. Need a bit of iron to make all of these things, but you can't make them until you get the schematic, so it works very similar to the book. The enforcer magazine, on the other hand, allows you to make the 44 Magnum. Now, the 44 Magnum, well, it doesn't actually allow you to make the Magnum, it lets you make the bullets for it. The Magnum itself you can only make by collecting the correct parts as you find them, and you can't actually make these up, whereas you can make most of the other weapons yourself. Not all of them, but most of them. But you still need to be able to make ammunition for it, and that's what this magazine does. It finishes the puzzle by giving you the recipe to make the 44 Magnum shells. So we'll read that one. And we'll also read this one. We don't really need the extra mag. It's not going to be much good to us. We may as well use it for fuel in the fire, to be perfectly honest. Alright, and on that note, what I think I will do now is, well, one more thing while it's still dark. Never got around to this earlier. But we did find a leather tanning book which allows us to be able to craft up this leather, and once we've crafted up the leather, then we should have the ability to make ourselves some slightly better protection. So this won't take too much longer, we'll stick it out. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is see if my memory is good and I remember the recipe. I believe it is something like this. So we can make a leather helmet, or we can make a leather chest armor, and that's the thing that I want to make up. Alright, and I've got 10 left over, which is not enough for legs, but it should be enough for me to make some leather boots. Let's just check I'm not... Yep, don't have anything else, so we'll throw that on her now, and you can see that that's dramatically improved my chest protection. And let's get back into here. So we definitely do want the boots, and we also want some leather arm guards. Now I've just got to try and remember what the recipe looks like. In fact, I can't, so let's have a look over here now. So, alright, so we've got leather leg armour, which requires 12 pieces of leather. We can't do that. We could make up the leather helmet. Actually, no, we can't. We've only got 3. But the leather gloves, it's like that. There you go. So we'll craft those up as well. Right, and we shall add the leather boots and the leather arm guards, and we're starting to look pretty deadly. It's not iron, but it's better than nothing, that's for sure. Alright, and in fact, let's just throw this in here with the other resources. And everything else can stay. Yep. I do want to put these away. They're only for emergencies. Those first aid kits are great. We will keep the aspirin. We will put this beer away and save it for the next time we need something special. The sun is coming up. The zombies have slowed down. So bear with me for a second while I do a time check, and we will decide what's happening from here. Well, that was good timing. I came over here to clean up the last of the bits and pieces and turned around because I could hear a noise, and a cord has come through from here, come and connected straight up with the position of my ladder, gone up the ladder and straight through the middle of my base. I don't think the crawlers will be able to get up there. They'll probably go around, but we're about to find out. Yep. And the rest of them should have jumped off over here somewhere, and they're continuing on. So yeah, if I'd stayed a few minutes longer, that could have been interesting to say the least. And they did spot me, but that doesn't really matter. Let's get the rest of the stuff out of here. Don't really need the pistols book. I can probably use it for fuel. Same with the hunting knife. I'll take the seeds and the other bits and pieces. That one's been stripped down. That one there's also been stripped down. And I've grabbed my sleeping bag, so I've got pretty much everything. Let's pick up this here. They're not too bad, those scrap metal piles, because when you find them, it doesn't take too much to grab them, and they're all through the wasteland, and you get 6 scrap iron out of them as well. So that's pretty decent. I think that's all of the candles. Let's just have a quick look around here just to be sure. Oh, pig. Alright, I think we'll take him out. Oh, I jerked right at the wrong time. Take that however you will. Alright, let's get down here. Take out these crawlers, wherever they may have ended up. I think they came through there, so they should be inside. Oh, yeah, they are inside. Oh, there's a walker in here as well. Didn't see him. And looks like he didn't see me. Uh-oh. I hope that's just a single, because I can hear a mass of footsteps. I think I might lift the game sounds up a little bit for you guys. As long as the sound of the axes and the, oh no, I don't want that. Come on, come on, let me get into that. Let me get rid of this quickly. Yuck, gross. Nothing there. Oh, hello, where'd you come from? Are you on this side of the door? What is going on? Oh! Wow! And I'm bleeding. Ouch. Okay, this escalated quickly. thanks for the aspirin. I think I'll suck one of those down now. And we better hydrate as well. Hey, you. Oh, you're kidding me? I can hear a spider zombie squealing, which is not good. Have a look around. Oh, that's the... Is that the spider zombie? Yep. Well, that takes care of him. And I think I've ended up wasting too much time. That pig has probably rotted away. Let's get over here quickly and have a look. Yep, the carcass has rotted away, which really sucks. And we did have another pack come through. Let's just break this down so it's not attracting attention. Delightful, hey? Now we got a few that were hanging around. Let's just clear out. Oh, I missed. Again. Let's check this. Oh, too late. Alright, let's go see if we can catch that fat boy. Grab his attention. And we've got a nurse who spotted us as well from the looks of things. Or is she going a different one? No, she's going somewhere else. Come on, Dale. That's more like it. Nothing else close by. Alright, let's take out this fella. And this one. And let's get that nurse's attention. Oh, okay. I forgot that that might happen. Better take out the squealer too. Oh, she zigged. Right, let's check these bodies before it's too late. Splint, could do better than that. Okay, that was a pretty good one. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh, hello, go away. Crikey. Oh, jeez. I'm not going to get that nurse in time. Not going to get anything in time. This is annoying. Hang on. Oh, he got me. Alright. Is that nurse's corpse gone? Too slow? Yep. Ah, well. No, I don't need the sandwich. Probably don't need the tin cans that badly now either. Alright, and the paper can stay. Okay, so we need to make some plans. It's 3:30 in the afternoon, and I think I'll be calling this an episode, or I can't pick them up shortly. But from here, we need to work out where we're going and how we're going to move on. Right now we've got our first level of tech, so we've got access to a forge. We've got a semi-decent supply of food, not a lot, but we've got enough. We've got some healing, we've got antibiotics, all of the important things that we need. But there are still some things to be found. The other thing that we're going to need to seriously consider is, you go down, is where are we going to set up? Because I'm not going to be setting up a permanent base here in town on the roof, partly because I don't like the towns. You don't have a good view around you, with the houses and other things getting in the way, and I don't know whether the spawn numbers are increased in town or not, but I do know that zombies do tend to hang out here quite a bit. So we've got a choice at this point. We can either go scavenging for another town and see if we can find some more useful stuff, or we can go looking to see whether we can actually find ourselves somewhere to set up. Now I've got a couple of ideas, because I do have a limited knowledge of this map, as I've mentioned earlier. I know that there's a property up here somewhere which is by itself, which is definitely a promising thing to set up for a base, and I know somewhere over here is another town, which certainly would be worth checking out. So I think what we're probably going to do is hit the road, and before we do that I'm going to need to gather some resources. I want a large supply of wood ready, because once we do settle we're going to need to build some defenses. I also need to lay in a supply of food, which means I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of hunting. Now, the chopping of trees is going to be boring as all hell. The hunting is probably not going to be quite so bad. But what I'll do, I think, is I will skip out here for a day or two and just do some grunt work, get some stuff together, and from there we will come back and we will hit the road, and we'll see where it takes us and what we end up with. So in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed this particular episode. I look forward, as always, to seeing you next time. Thanks for joining me, and until then, take care of each other and ciao for now.